Let's take a look at how to add new users within Intune and then grant them an Intune license so that we can then manage their devices using Intune. You can add users to Intune in several ways. When you create a new user, they're not automatically assigned an Intune product license. And therefore, you'll need to manually assign licenses to your new users. You can directly add users to Intune by using either the Intune area of the Azure Admin Center or the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, or by using PowerShell. All of your users that use Intune are also found in Azure Active Directory. All users and devices need an Intune license to be managed by Intune. If you have a Microsoft 365 or an Enterprise Mobility and Security subscription, these include Intune. When you allocate an Enterprise Mobility and Security license to a user, they will also be assigned an Intune product license. Let's drop onto our demo tenant and take a look at how to add new users and allocate Intune licenses. First, within the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, I'll select Users, and then Active Users. Here we can add a new user and complete the basic information about the user. Configure her password settings. Set a local home location. And then assign the product licenses. We'll allocate an Enterprise Mobility and Security license. If I scroll down and expand apps, here we can see that this includes a Microsoft Intune product license. I'll click Next. The user does not have any administrative access, and I'll click Next. I'll review the settings and click Finish Adding. And the user account for Sally has been added. Let's take a look at Sally's account, and here you can see under Licenses. The Enterprise Mobility and Security license has been assigned. Let's now see how to create a new user and assign a license within the Microsoft 365 Device Management Portal. On the left-hand side, under Favorites, I'll select Users. Here we can see a list of all the users within our tenant. On the menu bar, I'll select New User, and then complete the new user form. Under Groups, I'll select the leadership team. You need to be careful when selecting groups within the device management portal. Be careful not to select any dynamic membership groups, such as all employees, as these will fail. I'll click Select. I'll keep John's directory role as user and click Create. The user account is created. We'll now edit some of the properties for John. I'll select John's account and then click Edit. We can now edit the properties for John. One of the properties that we must configure before we assign an Intune license is the usage location in the settings area. John works in the United States. I'll configure the usage location and then click Save. Then under Manage, we can select Licenses. Here we can see that no license assignments have been made. On the menu bar, I'll select Assignments, and then choose the Enterprise Mobility and Security license on the left-hand side. I can now review the license options. Here we can see the Microsoft Intune license is part of the EMS E5 license. I'll click Save. In this way, John has been assigned an Intune license, and he can now enroll his devices into management.